Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to you, Akim, out there pushing his truth with your boots on the ground with fearlessness and sincerity. And to you, Akwaf, that's in obedience to your husbands. We are here to preach the downfall of this wicked kingdom, America, Babylon, Mystery Babylon, Sodom and Egypt. We're here to let you so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans know that you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right. And we're here for another edifying lesson for the elect. All right. Brother Yaikwab, I'm going to let you see a video and then precepts.
Different from average humans, and because they're that different, the general public hates them, hounds them, harasses them, fears them. And again, when I used to do a lot of college lecturing, so many of the students would get up and say, we feel that the anti-bigotry message of the X-Men is very strong.
I've been seeing a lot of videos about the man from Africa who the government was trying to kill, but they couldn't really kill him. You know, they did all kind of bad stuff to him. I just want to let y'all know he was a Bantu man. He was an Israelite by blood, a saint, real saint. His name was Simeon Toko. They cut his heart out and everything. See that? And they told him, he told them when his heart was out that there's many more like him that's gonna come in the future, and they ain't gonna be able to stop what's gonna happen.
Man. So, The true spiritual power is through the Lord, of course. And we're coming into the times, prophecies, where these devils are going to search us out, try to kill us, try to put us down because this message is too powerful. All right. And he's going to give the hopeful elect a standard to defeat these devils, these demons, And it's going to be magnificent, the power of Yahweh Shai, Go to Psalms 82, chapter 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, Yahshallah, The Lord we are gods, but we have one true God, and that's Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Let's go to Isaiah. Chapter 59. Verse 16. And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness is sustained him. So us being faithful and being righteous and follow these laws, statutes, commandments, the requirements of getting these new bodies and the power that Yahweh Shai can give us, we have to stay and endure. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate and a helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garment of vengeance for clothing and was clad with zeal as a cloak. All right. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay. Fury to his adversary, recompense to his enemies. To the lands he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. All right. The Lord will provide us the power to defeat these demons. I thought about a precept. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahweh and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Okay? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, that faith, we got to have that faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Got to have that faith. You have to know that the Lord was going to have you in those times. He's going to lift up that standard. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Right? Now what does it say? And Isaiah 59 and 16, and he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness it sustained him. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, What we was talking about in Ephesians, we wrestle not, and a helmet of salvation upon his head, and he put on the garment of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. All right, the Lord is going to try us through the fire. He's going to put us through what we need to be put through, so we can be prepared. We must endure to the end. We must have that strong faith that the Lord will have our back. He will not forsake us. He hasn't forsaken our forefathers of old, because they stuck with the Lord to the end. All right. They stuck with the Lord until the end. With that, Stan Lee was the Edomite, Amalekite that was just speaking beginning of the video. He is the author of all the Marvel characters we know in this wicked world. And he got all his characters out of the book, the Bible, out of the KJV Bible. All his characters was inspired by our book. And he was describing the people that are not, what is it? Let's go to a precept. Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together, gather yourselves, O nation not desired. Who is the nation not desired? The so-called black, so-called Native American, so-called Hispanics. That's what this devil was speaking on in the video I just put on. These are your so-called mutants. These are your so-called talented and gifted people that are not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord anger come upon you, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. So the key to the power is through our Father Yahweh Yahweh Shai. We have to seek the Lord, because we are the nation not desired. And all your mutant movies and stuff like that, they're chasing down the so-called mutants. They're plotting on them because they have these gifts. They are the if you notice, they always put them as the other nations. They don't never put. They only got at least one Jake with superpowers, but they try to confuse you. But that devil, Stan Lee, who is the author of all Marvels, he got all that stuff from our forefathers' stories in the Bible. All right. Let's go to Micah. Chapter 4, verse 11. Now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. And ain't that what's going on? All the nations looking at us, kicking us down, plotting on us, But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron. All right. He's going to give us the power. And I will make thy hooves brass. Okay. And thou shalt beat in pieces many people. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord Yahweh, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. All right. He's going to give us the power like you never before seen. You only seen it in movies. When the movies got it out of our book, the Bible. They got it out of the stories of our forefathers. And those are facts. Let's go to Psalms. Chapter 102. Verse 15. So the heathen shall fear the name of the Lord Yahweh, and all the kings of the earth thy glory. When the Lord shall build up Zion, he shall appear in his glory. All right. He will regard the prayer of the destitute and not despise their prayer. All right. So, our Father is going to give us, the Father is going to give us that power. As long as we keep our faith, pray for more faith, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments as best we can. We're not living in sin. We follow laws, statutes, and commandments as best we can. We don't look for no excuse to be sinning. All right? Put on the whole armor. The whole armor. What other precept? Hold on 1 second. I forget the precept. Because the Lord's going to give us, he's going to lift up that standard, man, and it's going to be marvelous. It's going to be some marvelous things. It's going to be marvelous, people. Let me end it here. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait, because the Lord is going to give us, man, it's going to be wonderful. I'm relaxed. I'm kind of tired right now, but I'm very excited about this because, Jake always want to be in the superpowers and have powers and stuff like that. Whatever, it's always in us. And we have power now to have the understanding of the Lord. This is a certain spiritual power, and we have to embrace that. I was looking at one of the elders' lessons earlier, and he was talking about, having that faith, man, like that faith, like, he's looking at like Lud Foe. Lud Foe the doctor said he couldn't walk or whatever, and he told the doctor, fuck you, I'm going to walk. And he did. And Lud Foe is wicked, So we have to have that same type of faith, man, on a righteous tip, We have to have that faith that the Lord's gonna lift up that standard for us, as we endure. All right, let me finish. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. All right. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. All right. The Lord is going to give us the power to endure everything that these devils have coming with us. Judas Maccabees had like 300 men. Didn't even have the top-notch weapons. But they took flight millions. King David put down millions of heathens. It's in our people. They took these stories from our people and it's coming back. Endure. All right. With that being said, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Brother Yaiquab. Shalom.